Every Combiner team has that one bot who wishes they were something more. For the Technobots, that's the dreamer of Lightspeed, the futuristic car with his head in the stars. Today we're exploring the history of G1 Lightspeed, from his role in the cartoon, Marvel Comics, his toy legacy, his voice actor, and some surprising trivia. Lightspeed debuted in 1987 as part of the Technobots, a combiner team created by Grimlock when he temporarily gained super intelligence. On the surface, Lightspeed is fast, turning into a sleek Cybertronian car, as seen, but can make up his own unique personality. According to his tech spec, Lightspeed actually hates being a car. Why? Because he longs to be something more majestic, a spacecraft soaring among the stars, stuck with 4 wheels on the ground instead of thrusters in the sky. Lightspeed often dreams of flying across the galaxy. It makes him one of the more relatable Autobots. Powerful in form, but yearning in something greater. In the G1 cartoon, Lightspeed made his debut in Season 3, Episode 30, Grimlock's New Brain. After Grimlock constructed the Technobots with his help from Vector Sigma, Lightspeed became part of the team who immediately clashed with the Terracons. Like most of his teammates, Lightspeed didn't get much focus as an individual in the show, but his role as part of Computron was crucial. He usually formed Computron's right leg, leading both strength and speed to the Autobot Combiner. He also appeared in the Japanese series Transformers The Headmasters, where Computron played a recurring role in the battle against the Decepticons. For Marvel Comics, Lightspeed and the Technobots appeared in the Marvel Comics in Transformers episode number 46, issue number 46, I guess, mirroring the cartoon introduction. While the Technobots usually appeared as Computron in battle, Lightspeed's longing for space travel occasionally crept into the comics' appearances, though it was never really heavily expanded upon. Most of his role in the comics came from part as Computron, especially in clashes against the Terracons and their combining rivals, Abominus. Like many late G1 characters, Lightspeed often stayed in the background compared to the original 84 cast, but his dreaming personality was persevered in his bios and expanded in the universe lore. Lightspeed's original toy was released in 1987. You could get him in a single or a collector's pack with it, which is pretty cool. Lightspeed has been coming out ever since the 80s. He's been in the Combiner War line in 2016 and still has toys coming out today. In the G1 cartoon, Lightspeed was voiced by Stephen Kinnear, the same actor who voiced several of the other Technobots and Scorponok. A fun little fact, Lightspeed's dissatisfaction with being a car is one of the rare times that a Transformer outright dislikes their alt mode. While most Autobots embrace their form, Lightspeed constantly dreams of space travel, making him somewhat of similar to Cosmos, another Autobot we may look at down the line, in his love for the stars. All right, we're back for Computron, the Technobots, day 2 of this, and today we are going to look at 1988 Hasbro Lightspeed. Again, some accessories are gone from this. This is where the Technobots really start to shine for me, because we did Nose Cone yesterday. Nose Cone, just a driller. This kind of looks military-ish, vintage, tankish kind of a thing. Now we've got these futuristic robots that are, I mean, that looks like a car that could happen in today's time. So back then it looked like a futuristic car, to where for me this one did not look very futuristic. So let's take that out of there. Lightspeed is my he's my second favorite of the Technobots. So always loved him. The detail on the car is very nice. Just 2 colors is all you need with some tires. You get this red, which is kind of around the Technobots, which again, as we talked about in the last video, this one only has this little kibble bit of it. And this, I do think this one would have looked better in this color, but I know you've got to kind of set off the stuff anyway. I digress with it. So for Lightspeed, Lightspeed for me was always a tricky transformer, not because of how hard it is to transform, but of how fragile he was to transform. Because a lot of pulling, and as a kid and an adult, it's a little hard. So to pull him out, this would come down, and that would form his legs. And then you have another little slit that's right here that you pull down, and it's not the easiest thing in the world, and you don't want it to be because of it being loose, and it will be loose in car mode, which is not good. So let's see if I can get this wiggled out, because this one is very tight. All right, hold on. I've got to get it started. This is, there we go. All right, I think we got it. Maybe. And that's what I'm talking about. So just that little hit right there will make it get, and pop off. So there, that's easy enough. The arms just fold down because there's his hands. That's where his guns and blasters, his also blasters would happen in this hole right here. And there is a little peg. I don't know if that camera is going to pick that little peg up right there. That also goes into the hole to where the wheels could hang. This is the piece for him to be an arm if he needed to be. Again, tight as all get out. He's a leg for me. So, and then that just folds down like such. And then there you have just kind of a very generic Lightspeed. The face mold, very small, very little, can't really get too much into it. I dig everything about the robot mode, other than he's chunky for being such a Lightspeedy kind of a guy, but it is what it is. Transformation's pretty easy on the way back, and it is a fun toy to have. Let's just watch these toes, because as I can show you here, it kind of comes out of the slit a little bit and goes in, and there it goes, and bam, you've got Lightspeed. All right, let's get back to some more history of him. So that's the history of Lightspeed, the Autobot car who dreams of being a starship. From his '87 toy debut to his short but memorable appearance in the cartoons and comics, Lightspeed remains a fan favorite among Technobot fans. Which Technobot is your favorite? We've got them all coming up here soon. We've got Nose Cone and Lightspeed done. Who will be tomorrow's? Drop a comment and let me know. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe for these Transformer history deep dives. Until next time, transform and roll out.